Alright, hello, it's me. I'm back with a video. I'm gonna try and get back into. Center myself. I'm gonna try and get back into this. It's been a little while since I've uploaded regularly. Um, I've been having some issues lately, but I'm gonna try and get into this. Back into this. Ugh, why can't I get this right? See, that's okay. There we go. So, um, oh yeah. So yeah, this is a review on the BET Awards, um, 2016, which were last night. And, overall, they were really good. I'm glad that BET has kind of gotten back on track with their programming and what they show to us. There was a time, a few years there, where I was as a bunch of other people were, very unhappy with the way BET was going and just how they were handling things. Um, I don't know if that was the year that Viacom acquired them and they got all the change in management and stuff. But yeah, I was very disappointed with what they were doing. But the past few years, they've really been kicking it back up with programming and the BT Awards and basically all their awards programs and stuff, and like Black Girls Rock and all that stuff. They've been really amping it back up. So um, tonight was really, or last night rather, was really good. The Prince tribute was good. Most of the performances were great. Well, yeah. Mm, yeah, I'll say that. And they gave out awards that I mostly agreed with. And yeah, so I'll just start off. I'll start off with just the opening then. I guess I'll go through the performances. Do I really want to go through? I'll go through the awards as I see fit and the ones I really want to see, but I want to go through the performances. So opening it up was Beyonce um, with Freedom. And I kind of was, um, I wasn't expecting for Beyonce to be there until I looked at her. I was looking for tickets and see when dates were on her formation tour when she comes back to the States. And I was gonna see where I could go and where I could get tickets at and stuff in September because I really want to go. Um, and as I was looking, came across the fact that she had a tiny little break in between her last concert date, and the one in England tomorrow. I think it's already close to tomorrow for them, so on today for her now. I saw there was a little break, and I was like, I wonder why she has that there. I wonder if she's going to be at the BET Awards. And that was on Saturday. Sunday came around, and oh, I thought somebody was home. I'm home by myself. Ooh, I shouldn't say that. Yeah, I should. Whatever. Anyway, so I thought that she was, you know, um, I was like, maybe she might be here. Sunday came around, and I just saw a video floating around of a bunch of dancers, of her dancers, walking down the red carpet in very, very nice clothing. I loved their looks, their outfits, the hair, all of it. I loved just the look of them. They came walking in, information. I was like, okay, so she's gonna be there, because her dancers are there. Why else would they be there? Um, so I was excited, and then people started talking about how the rest of her people that work with or that she has on Parkwood were there. I was like, okay, so she's more than likely going to be there. Um, and then I think B Legion on Twitter said that she was going to be there too. So I was like, okay. So she came in, and they came in, and I haven't seen the tour yet. So, this was a treat for me because I'd never seen this number before ever. They came walking in, and I was like, oh wow, like this is already starting out fantastic. Like, and they're walking in, the lighting is amazing, and then what they're wearing is just incredible. And I'm looking at their feet, and they're barefoot, and I'm like, oh, so this is the water one. And then so I see them walking in, and I see them walk up to the pool, and Beyonce starts singing. And she starts singing Freedom. And I love Freedom up until Kendrick's verse. We don't really need that, but I love Freedom so much. It's so powerful. It's such a great way to start off a BET Awards. But yeah, she started out with Freedom. It was incredible. And then all of a sudden, Kendrick Lamar comes out of the ground. And then she really gets into it. And they both get into it. And I'm getting into it. And I'm like, I don't really like Kendrick Lamar like that. But I'm super getting into this. He's a great live performer. I will give him that. He's extremely talented, a great live performer. And then he got into the kiddie pool with her, and they just started kicking water at each other. And it was this image and this visual that was like just so like, uh, it'll stick with me forever. Just kind of seeing them just like feeding off of each other and really giving each other energy and just going and going. And it was just such a great performance. And I was just like, I'm ready, you know? So that was it. She ran off to go to England because she has a show on Tuesday and she needed to catch that plane to get there. Time difference and all that. And on top of that, the flight isn't like a 30-minute flight; it's a few hours. So she had to get there quickly to get everything set up. So um, Tracy Ellis Ross and Anthony Anderson were hosting. They're all right. I love them, but um, some of the stuff was kind of cheesy. Some of it was kind of cute. Whatever. Designer performed Panda. I just came to the realization a week ago about that I really enjoy Panda, but his performance was, it was a lot. He was doing a lot. Um, yeah, he was doing a lot. He was. Ooh, you see some of the pictures and stuff on like he was. I don't know. He was jumping around. He was doing so much. I mean, I know he's 19, and I'm like, but at 19, I'm like, if I were, I mean, that was only 3 years ago for me. But even I would be like, chill. Like, come on. Um, he was just, he was doing a lot. He was doing a lot. But he's having fun. So that was great. Then we had, who else was up there? Fat Joe, Remy Ma, French Montana did something. French Montana looks stiff. I don't like him. I don't know why. I just don't like French Montana. He hasn't done anything wrong. I just don't like him. Um, Remy Ma looked great. She sounded her great. Didn't really listen to the verse, but I'm glad she's out of jail and doing stuff. I'm glad that we're getting more variety from female rappers nowadays than just having Nicki Minaj all the time. Um, Although I love Nicki Minaj, I'm glad that we get a little bit of variety. Um, the song was alright. I didn't care for the song too much, but whatever. Who else was up there? Bryson Tiller performed Don't in Exchange. I don't care for him. And he seemed kind of bored. Um, Whatever. His set was also very confusing. I didn't understand why there was an ambulance up there, but whatever. Same thing with Future. I didn't understand his setting. And the song Wicked, I don't really care for it. I don't care for Future. Um, Alicia Keys, I don't care for her anymore. She kind of irritates me. Um, I guess I kind of get what she was going for with this performance of In Common. I like In Common, but I get what she was going for. It didn't quite come together. That all right, that good, and whatever. Um, those were the only like just non-Prince performances that I'll talk about. Uh, Samuel L. Jackson won the Lifetime Achievement Award, which I was happy for him for. He's a great actor in everything. Just he's done so much. And then Beyonce won 2 awards, but she had to leave, so her mom, Mama Tina, had to go up there and accept the awards, and I liked what she had to say at the end to give these artists like their flowers when they're alive, rather than appreciating them after their death, so that they know that you appreciate them. I like that she said that. Um, Bryson Tiller won male R&B pop and new artist, which I understand why he won that. I don't care for him, but I understand why he won that. Kirk Franklin won gospel. Kirk Franklin's voice is very strange now. I don't think he ever used to sound like that. So it's very weird. Um, who else? Drake and Future won Best Group, which is strange because they're not really a group. That was just collaboration. Um, is that it? That's as far as like the kind of smaller awards. Oh, I didn't talk about the Music Matters. I love the Music Matters. I love seeing Chloe and Halle. They're amazing. I love them. They sounded really good. Anderson Pack also sounded really good. And I don't know the lady who was singing before, but she sounded really good. I liked all three of them. Um, and I'm going to be checking. I already knew of two of them, but I want to check out that other lady's music. Jesse Williams won the humanitarian award. He got up there and gave a super empowering, inspirational speech. I loved everything about his speech. His parents have to be so proud to have raised someone who's that smart and that outspoken and that just brave and ready to speak out and use his platform to speak about issues that really matter, and knowing that because of where he's at, he can actually say these things and make change on a big level. Versus, smaller people here and there doing their part, but they can't really reach the audience that he can. And I'm glad he realizes that, and I'm glad he uses that. And he also knows his privilege and the fact that he's light skinned with European features. He said that and how he uses that to be, because he is invited to more things per se than you're someone who's darker who doesn't have the European features, and he can communicate that stuff. So I'm really glad he uses that. Also, we have not Future. Um, yeah, it was great. It was great. It was a great speech. Um, Overall, loved it. There was one part where I was like, you might want to back up a little bit there and not fall into that hole, but he didn't fall into the whole hotepiness. He really just, he was really feeling it. So, he kind of was going and going, and he picked himself right out of that kind of danger zone very quickly. So I was happy about that. It's nice seeing people like that because you don't really see people like that too much anymore, who are just willing to honestly put their career on the line to make a difference. So, um, that humanitarian award was uh, definitely well deserved. I'm so happy I saw that speech. I'm gonna watch it a few more. I'm gonna keep watching that speech forever because it was so great. And he really hit everything. One line that I really loved was he said, "We may be magic, but we're still real," and I love that because it's like saying, um, we're incredible and we're great at Black people. We're great and we're incredible and we do so much and we're so great, but we're still human beings and we should still be treated as human beings. So I really love that. Um, I also, um, yeah, I love that. I loved all of what he said. Um, I'm a big fan of Jesse Williams purely because of his work in the community. I don't even watch Grey's Anatomy. I just know him really. I know him, he's on Grey's Anatomy, and I've seen him on Grey's Anatomy. And while he's great on that, just his work in the community just makes me a huge fan of his because that's real and that's him, and I'm really drawn to that. He's just so great. Um, so now let's go ahead to the Prince tributes. That's all I really wanted to talk about with as far as performances go and awards. Now I'm just gonna go and think about the Prince tributes. So they kind of spaced it out throughout the show, which I was happy about because it wasn't just like one. little thing, and then it was over. It was like, okay, there's some here and some here and there, and then a little bit here, and then at the end. So we started off. Our first one was The Roots, Erykah Badu, and Bilal, and Erykah Badu. I don't really know the song that she sang. She sounded weird, I guess. She didn't really. I didn't like the way she sounded, but I've never heard the song, so I can't really say it sounded bad, just because I'm not familiar with the song. But, um, it was better than what Madonna did. So I was like, okay, well, BET is already, beating Billboard. Did I say Billboard? She did, yeah, she did better than Madonna at Billboard. So, we're already beating Billboard, which is all I want BET to do when they put out that little video, that little shitty video. I was like, okay, I just hope you guys are better than Madonna, at least be better than her and them. And they got to that point with the first performance. So I was like, okay, so we're on the right track so far. Then Bilal came out and he did the beautiful ones. And I was like, okay, that's it. I don't need to see anything else. This is it. This is the Prince tribute that you need to see. Like, this was amazing. He really, he started out a little bit shaky, just a tiny bit, but then he found his groove and he got into it, and he owned it. And then at the end he really got into it, and I was really feeling like Prince just kind of came through him, and he got on the floor, and I was just like, go ahead, Bilal, just do it. Which makes me want to go check out more of Bilal's music, because I've been familiar with him since I heard him on the Fighting Temptations soundtrack. I like him. I enjoy him a lot, and I've heard kind of bits and things from him here and there, but I've never really just gone out to check him out completely. So I think I'm going to do that because he's got a great voice. Performance was great. I loved it. Then we go to it was Stevie Wonder, Tori Kelly, and Jennifer Hudson. Stevie Wonder and Tori Kelly did Take Me With You. They did fine. I think Tori Kelly was trying not to step on anyone's toes and kind of stay with Stevie and not sing to her full potential. She kind of held back. I could see that. I could hear it. And she didn't seem quite so comfortable up there. But, it was good nonetheless. I enjoyed it. Then Jennifer Hudson came out there, and I was like, oh, why? She came out and did Purple Rain. And Jennifer Hudson has a great voice. I'm not going to take that away from her. But she does entirely too much. And what I mean by that is she's so loud. And it takes away from her performances a lot of the time, because it's like she's screaming at you and yelling and I'm just like, okay, can you please stop? Just stop. And when she does tributes, I'm just sitting there like, please just stop it. And I can take yelling and screaming and all of that. When it's your stuff, I can take it. When it's kind of I don't know. Some people I can take yelling and screaming from. Others I'm just like, stop. And Jennifer Hudson is one of those others who's just like, stop. And it may be because she's just so loud. She just takes it to the next level and just yells. And she's still singing well, but it's just like, ugh, stop it. You're attacking my ears. Even with the microphone away from her, I could still hear her clearly, and I had turned my TV down. So yeah, I didn't care for the Purple Rain tribute. I would have rather heard had Fantasia sing it, and she was sitting in the audience. Which reminds me, she released a video and showed it at the pre-show, which was really, really good. But yeah, she sounded good. It just, I didn't like it. She's just so loud. Next we had, it was Maxwell. He did his own song, which I enjoy. I like Maxwell. I like his voice. I like his music. And I like that new song that he has. Um, I need to listen to his album because I think he just released an album about a month ago or something like that. Um, but yeah, he did that song well, and then he got into "Nothing Compares to You," which sounded completely different from the way Madonna sang it. Um, it was really good. I enjoyed it. Um, yeah, I really just I enjoyed that performance a lot. It was very nice uh, and to the point, you know. Um, so yeah, then we come back and we get to Janelle Monáe. She was the fourth tribute, and she did medley, not melody, medley of his songs. She started out with Delirious. I was like, ooh. But then she got right. Then she went to Kiss, and I'm like, okay, this is better. And then she kind of got better as it went on. I think a lot of the Prince tributes, people kind of started out kind of nervous, but as they went on, they kind of just did it. But yeah, she did that. She did Pop Life. She did I Would Die for You, which is one of my favorite Prince songs ever. I'm kind of sad nobody did When Doves Cry, but you know, that's a song. That's a huge song that you would have to take on. Um, but yeah, she did great. Dancing was great. Her singing was great. I'm glad they had her do that. You know, she was kind of, I think she was one of Prince's last sort of proteges, one of the last women that he took under his wing to help mentor and stuff. Um, so it was great that they had her up there performing. I love the fact that she had her butt out, like Prince did. I didn't talk about the Jennifer Hudson, her costume thing, the hood. I like that. I like that bit of it. Um, I liked what the having her butt out. Um, and I know it was probably harder for Janelle Monáe to do that because you know she is very. She doesn't really show a lot of skin too much. She's always in pantsuits and things. And when she released Yoga last year, it was the first time I ever really saw like her midriff. So it's nice to see her growing and willing to take more risks while still being herself because she took a risk, but she was still like Janelle Monáe. You know, she went and she did the Prince thing, but kept her own style, which was great. Um, but yeah, she did great. She got on the floor too. It was great. It was just great to watch her. Finally, to end the night, we had Sheila E. Performing, and she did a medley of like a bunch of things. I can't even name everything because there's a couple songs that I'm not even. There's one song that I wasn't even familiar with because Prince has a ton of albums. You have to remember I was born in the 90s, so I'm like the fact that I know a bunch of these songs is great because I go out and look for them. But there's a couple of them that I didn't know, but she did like Erotic City and she did You Got the Look, which I love. She did The Glamorous Life, which is a song she did with him, and Love Bizarre. I think there was one other song, or one or two other songs she did that I might be missing. She did great. She was another one of Prince's proteges. Um, when she is on those drums, my gosh, she is amazing. She really put on a show. She was dancing, she was singing, she was playing those drums, she was playing the heck out of the drums. Jerome came out from the time I didn't even know that's what Jerome looked like, but he came out and was dancing with her, and I'm sitting there like, this is. I was up there jigging with him. I was like, this was like the best Prince tribute that you could do, and BET really put their foot in it, and they really showed up and showed out with this Prince tribute. They lived up to their promise. They lived up to all of it. They said, "We got your backs." They really did. They came out, and it was. I'm glad that they shaped it as a celebration rather than a tribute because you know I think a tribute would have been more like I don't think a tribute would have the saying the word tribute I don't think it would have made it I don't think it would have been like that if you said tribute. I think the fact that they said celebration made people kind of rejoice and bring out the life and just, you know, just go for it and have fun. And I think that really helped, the fact that they used celebration versus tribute. I think semantics really played a role in this as well. Um, but yeah, that was the BET Awards. This video was way longer than I expected it to be, but you know, I really wanted to talk about that Prince tribute and Jesse Williams and just the Beyonce and the BET Awards in general. It was great this year. It was, they finally, for me, they finally got back on course, because I always loved BET Awards. It's my favorite award show to watch every year. Um, you know, them and Soul Train Music Awards are my favorite two award shows to watch, and they really, really got back on track and um, killed it this year. I'm so happy for them. I'm just so excited for them to have been doing so well with this. Um, they have anything else I want to talk about? No, not at all. I think I covered everything. This video is super long. I hope I can get it up, as my computer and my phone are very stupid. But yeah, tell me how you feel about it, what you think about it. The performance part was kind of out of order, and the awards were out of order, but you know, whatever. I didn't talk about every performance. Oh, I missed Usher's. Whatever. It was Usher. He did all right. I just don't like the song that he did. Um, yeah, that was it. I'll catch you all next time. Until later. Bye.